Hello and welcome to an emergency broadcast of PodFAST. Here we are talking about the latest news, which is Sonic Forces reveals a new character, and that character is you!
I wasn't ready for this.
Me?
Sorry mate, you're going
Join
to be
the
pressed
resistance!
into the resistance.
Can I resist the resistance?
No, Sonic.
So, let's meet the new resistance. First we have Blazy.
I don't even know what to say anymore about it. To introduce myself, I'm just kind of speechless right now.
Corporal Garrico, if he's here.
Hello.
Corporal Panzer.
Ship with Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sub-Lieutenant Rick.
Got a speed, kid.
Captain Yoshi Sonic, if he's got his microphone on. No, he doesn't. Oh, now he does. Right, Captain Yoshi Sonic.
Very professional.
Got a speed, kid.
And Corporal Yoto.
I'm just viscerally just upset.
I'll take that as a hello. And, of course, yours truly, Commander Fatona. So, right, where do we start with this?
The angriest person.
Okay, first things first, we should probably just talk about the character creator itself, considering that's the first thing we actually get to see.
It looks like
It looks rather
Alright.
bad, doesn't it? Yeah.
It does. We should probably go ahead and try to recap everything that we know so far, such as the 7 different races and their passives and all that.
Okay.
it is really strange to me how stuff like rabbits and cats, which granted are part of Sonic Cast, but not things like echidnas or foxes. I mean, dogs are kind of like foxes.
Well,
I
you
guess.
don't want to have
Well,
it too
echidnas are
similar.
specifically extinct except for Knuckles, so that makes sense.
You
That's
know what
true.
kind
Yes.
of bothers me? Like, okay, so
Well, I
your
mean,
character
so let's
species is
go
tied
through
to
it. First of all, we got Wolf, which, according to the Destructoid article, automatically draws in rings, because all the characters, or rather all the species, have different traits, which I think is a good idea, because it means you have more variety, and it will encourage people to make new characters, I guess.
No.
So, Wolf draws in more rings. Rabbit has longer invincibility time after receiving damage, so basically
Rabbit
more
continuing to be easy mode.
I don't know.
In all media.
Cat, which keeps one ring after being hit, which, I don't know, does that mean it's going to be invincible, or is that like a cat having
Well, I guess
9
if it only
lives?
has, I was gonna say that does kind of imply like, oh, you would just never die from getting hit because
Yeah.
you only.
Well, it's just the wording from the article.
Well, you could
to be
still
fair.
get crushed.
Dog restarts with 5 rings after the player dies, which frankly seems extremely useless. Bear, which blows away enemies with a homing attack, which I guess that's like a shockwave sort of thing when you do a homing attack, I guess.
It is so weird for me that.
Or is
Bears
it that Bear is the only race with a homing attack? That's what
No,
I'm
that's
kind
not
of
true, because in
No,
the trailer, in the trailer we saw the wolf guy using something.
Okay.
No,
you're
I
right.
mean, what I'm thinking is that when you perform the homing attack, you have like a blast effect. That's what I
Yeah, it'd be like
see
an
it
added
as.
shockwave.
So,
I was
like,
gonna
Very
say,
shockwave.
think about Sonic with like 3, what's it called? 3 cores in Sonic Heroes, where like it has like a wind effect to its homing attack.
Well, if that's the case, then it's fairly poorly communicated that all of them have a homing attack.
Well, again, this is just the article from
Yeah.
Destructoid. Bird, which flies high with double jump, so just a double jump by the looks of things. And, of course, Hedgehog, which collects rings when getting damaged. Which
I don't understand.
I
what
don't
that
understand
means.
that either.
Like, is it saying that if you're a hedgehog, rings you can collect them back like you can in every?
Maybe you
Can't
just have
do
like,
that.
That makes
when
no
you
sense.
get
Actually,
the
maybe
most
that's...
spraying out, you have like a magnetism that draws a couple back in.
Or maybe it allows you to collect them
But then
faster.
again, what's the difference between that and, say, the cat? I think what Yoto said is that when you get damaged, you can collect rings like you do normally in Sonic games. So maybe that's the Hedgehog's special ability. Of course, I mean,
And,
it is
like
kind
that
of
would
weird.
that would make the cat's ability less broken at least.
Oh, so the
because
special ability is to play the game normally. Awesome.
it is the hedgehog. You should be playing as that.
Well,
Why-
actually,
why-
I'm just saying it's
when you can
interesting
play
that.
Sonic?
Sorry.
was gonna say, like, why is there a hedgehog option for the OC creator when you could just play as Sonic?
Exactly, that's what I was about to say.
You have literal
You have to
three
make
Sonic.
evil Sonic.
Well, I mean, you
I was
can
gonna
have
say,
something like, you could have Dreamcast Sonic, I mean, I assume. So there you go, fans, you get 2 in 1.
Cold Steel and Sonichu.
Yes. Well, let's,
I gotta get the meme characters, boys.
yes, and Bubsy, we got the cat there, which is close
I
enough.
was gonna say, you could definitely make Bubsy in this game, I'm sure.
What
I'm
could
just a bit
possibly go wrong? Said Izuka.
I'm just a bit disappointed you can't have Raccoon, because I really wanted to make Roxy Raccoon or Captain Rescue from AOSTH. That's just my personal sort
Well,
of
that's
thing.
awesome.
There is some. I wouldn't be. Well, I would be surprised if they didn't add some extra characters like options down the line.
Or DLC. Ooh,
Yeah, like they'll
DLC. I mean, actually,
instead of
that
one.
honestly, if you look at this game as a money-making exercise from Sonic Team's point of view, this is genius. All these years,
this is-
we know
This is finally cashing in on what they've known for decades.
exactly.
I'd say it's less genius and more derivative.
Well, it's not
Like,
derivative,
It would be,
it's
I was gonna say it'd be
sneaky,
genius
underhanded, and-
if Xenoverse didn't exist. Now it's just kind of, we've seen that this works. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be genius if this was coming out of the blue. But this is a world where Xenoverse has had 2 successful games.
Yeah,
And there's been other customizable
Yoto,
games.
just calm down for a second. Remember, character creators aren't necessarily new. I think, that's... I mean, not even before Xenoverse.
Well, yes, but I'm saying, like, the way that Xenoverse did it, to have, like, this intellectual property, say, hey, make your own character. It's, it's very... It's
Yeah,
very
you let them
similar.
test it out on a franchise that can afford to lose money.
Yeah,
and then
like,
once Dragon Ball proves it works, then you throw in hedgehogs.
yeah, like, that's what I'm saying, like, calling it genius is giving them a little bit too much credit, because it's not like we live in a world where this
It's
idea
genius,
has
it's genius for them.
To be fair, I was being a bit facetious when I said genius. I just mean they are going to make bank on this if you view the Sonic fan base as being almost entirely made up of people who make OCs, which isn't actually true.
I was going to say that, like, I feel like this is probably going to be financially successful, but critically panned by everyone, just based off of what I've seen.
So, the average Sonic.
I don't think that. Honestly, I mean, looking at the gameplay, which we'll have to get onto in just a moment, but the gameplay doesn't look that bad. It looks okay.
I have,
That's about
have
it.
a ton of notes about this
It
game.
looks
and I
just
will-
as
We'll get
as
to those
every
notes in
preview we've
in just
gotten.
a minute. Let's just carry on with the character creator. So, from what we've seen, you obviously get to choose from a variety of colours, and I'm just trying to find the screenshot which has
one
that.
singular color.
You can have, like, some sort of mounted eyewear, and also something over your...
Your face? Yeah, you can have like a little surgeon's mask or something with little studs in it, which looks really gimpy.
Hot Topic.
Yeah, hot topic.
It makes sense though that there's an overabundance of things you can stick on your face because there's not a lot of stuff you can do in terms of headwear because everybody's going to have random shaped heads.
Oh, you can get bow ties. I'm just looking on the body stuff. You can get like a little Chow backpack. You can get a bow tie. Look, hey, Chow are
Also-
back. Remember
also-
them?
In fairness, despite how edgy this... Okay, though, to be fair, let's be honest here. The edge just kind of went off the charts to begin with this game a little while ago. But I guess the whole thing with having all this random crap on your face, I guess, makes sense from the angle of wanting to hide your face in the first place because resistance, blah, blah, blah.
Well, I think it's meant to be
This
like
game-
military. It's like I think your character will be it will be a member of the Resistance, and so that's like a forces aspect. So going back to Izuka or whatever that man said, it's I can't remember. It was someone said that it's emphasizing the forces factor. So I think they're actually trying to tap into the OC crowd, but also tap into the Call of Duty crowd.
No.
A little bit,
No.
don't you think? I mean,
No,
I just think
I don't-
they're going
I
for a
don't think
military
they
aspect.
really-
I mean, they got weapons and gadgets and not guns per se, but just
It's just stuff
military
you would-
webbing and all the rest of it.
That's just stuff you would associate with like a resistance and like work of
Yeah,
fiction.
but that's still sort of a martial military sort of thing.
But that's just what you would associate with this kind of story, you know?
Well, yeah, I'm just saying that I feel that's what they were going for.
I
I think what
suppose.
it was. I think what is happening here is, I think it's genuinely just Izuka looking at the comics and the Saturn stuff, all that Western stuff, the whole freedom fighters resistance thing, and just misinterpreting it and making it just this.
Is it misinterpreting it though? I mean,
I'd argue. I feel like, and this would just kind of go back into, when I talk about gameplay, but I feel like one of the big issues is it doesn't feel like there's any heart behind it. It just feels there.
It's a game where nobody cared.
Yeah, and people made this comparison a lot. The OCs look like Boom characters, and I've always said that Boom's side characters look very. Oh, we need a character to be this guy. All right, let's just throw him in. But
Yeah, they look
Sonic has
incredibly-
always been a series that, the designs in Sonic are very iconic and memorable, even minor characters. Big the Cat still looks pretty interesting to look at. He still has a lot of little things about his design. He's very simple, but he's...
Say what you will about Big, he's got a good design. A lot of Sonic characters do.
I can't really think of a lot of Sonic characters without a good design. Maybe Silver the Hedgehog.
Insert generic overdone pot leaf joke here.
yeah.
Yeah. I just don't like his hairstyle.
Just
but...
to sort of interject here, I think that's sort of the nature of character creators, though, is that you're inevitably going to have... I mean, the thing is, with a human character, for instance, or a more realistic character, you're going to have a lot more, a much more professional look. So with games like Fallout or Skyrim, you have many different armors and facial features, and you can customize the face to, be whatever shape or race, ethnicity you want it to be. Whereas here, you're taking very cartoonish designed stock characters which have to fit into a certain character philosophy design, the Sonic character philosophy, and so trying to make a unique, or rather a more customizable character with that is perhaps a little harder, or rather, make it look good.
Here's
that's my thing. Sorry.
You have a lot of freedom with how you can do human characters, but with cartoony characters, it completely relies on the imagination of the original designers to give you interesting options. But here, there's none.
I will say, in the defense of the character creator we have so far, I would rather take something a little too simple over something that will allow people to make sparkle dogs.
That's true, yeah. And again, maybe that's sort of the problem. You're trying to balance out, what do you call it? You're trying to have a balance between going too over-designed and trying something too simple. And yeah, I don't know. I think just giving them clothes does rather detract from them. But again, it does also make them more unique. I mean, when you sort of think about Sonic character design, look at the hedgehogs we have. We have, Silver, Shadow, Sonic, Amy.
Or really just the general design template of how of no male Sonic character actually wears clothes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's also the fact that they've got to worry about stepping on some copyright unintentionally as well. Guaranteed, the reason why you don't see ducks or mice in this is because they don't want anybody building Mickey the Resistance.
I was going to say, they don't want to steal my character, Pedantic the Rat.
I don't know. I mean, is that really a problem for games like, say, Skyrim or whatever?
One of the things I noticed with how the internet reacts to character customization in games is that they love making memes. They like replicating things from other things.
Exactly. I mean, look at Mies with all those Hitler Mies out there.
Have you seen Fallout 4? In Fallout 4, I saw somebody make the couple into Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, that was quite good. Or Dr. Robotnik.
Oh man, you can totally make Felix the Cat in this game.
Actually, yeah, I'd like to see
with
that.
With the gadgets.
Yeah.
It quite look like Felix the Cat.
Yeah. You can make a cat. You just make him black, give him the tuft of hair.
That's the thing. like these guys have such round heads. It looks so awkward.
Yeah.
Like it's
So-
like they took Sonic and then removed his quills. And then
Or just took, or like really, it's like that's just as like almost all the Sonic heads have had like one or two distinguishing characteristics to cut out a unique silhouette,
yeah.
and the perfect circle is what you get without it.
Yeah, I was going to say that was one of my issues when I first saw the character creator. There's a split second during the video where you see like this bunny character, and he's just like really, really tall and lanky and awful looking, and I hate looking at this thing. Kind of points to like a thing with Sonic characters, and I feel like that's the problem with this customization is like Sonic characters are created in such a way that their design is almost integral to how everything flows. You know what I'm saying? Like, Sonic's kind of got like this bean kind of shaped body and long legs and everything because he's focused on running. Everyone's body is kind of formed into how they are. So if you're trying to make a customization with that, and you're trying to add things like, oh, I can make him tall, but, it won't be as thought out as like an actual Sonic design of, we're going to make this guy tall, so let's make being tall flow into his design naturally. Like Big the Cat. Again, like, Big the Cat is huge, but he looks like he should be huge. He's not just some tall thing with a big old circle Sonic head on top.
The designs are the only reason people stick around, let's be frank.
I was gonna say, Sonic always had one of two things going for it, and that's character design and music. And your fingers!
Presentation in general, I would say.
Sorry,
Sonic
I
Team, like,
just want to go back
say what
to...
you-
yeah,
I'm sorry, I've cursed again.
that's fine. Carry on. You were saying.
Oh. No,
Say what you
I
will
was
about
done.
Great, now I forgot. I was about to say, just looking at the trailer, I'm just watching the character customization thing very slowly, and just, there is a good variety on option. You can choose crowns, helmets, flowers, springs, like springs as headgear. That's really weird. A monocle, fingerless. Oh gosh, fingerless gloves.
Fingerless gloves.
The bane of every single fan fiction. And Slater suit.
will you be able
Well,
to...
can you
Oh, you can have mustaches.
But can you play with a boombox?
Facial
the
hair.
hipsterest Sonic character ever in this game.
You've also got
I will
helmets.
say I am looking forward to seeing the full selection on offer of just all the different character options we can get. Also, Garrica has left us. I'm sure he's just gone off to put his head in the oven or something. But let's just look at some of the screenshots from.
Yeah, I'm only here because mine's still preheating.
Well, no, gas ovens. You see, they.
I was planning to kill myself later, but I need to complain first.
Okay. Well, the first screenshot from Destructoid, as you can see, we have. I guess that's the fox, or is that the male cat? Just so you'll know on the same page, I'm just going to post a link in the chat. This one. Yeah.
It
So
might
we've got
be a cat.
so
Yeah, that's male cat. That's male
yeah, it's
cat.
male cat with a flamethrower, and we'll talk about the weapons in just a sec. Actually,
Have we even seen Bear yet?
yeah, I don't think we have seen
I don't
Bear
think we
yet.
have seen Bear.
Bear is so weird to me because it seems like such an odd man out. There are no Bear Sonic characters.
Yes, there are.
Bears
There's
Two. There's two.
Bark.
Bark.
All right.
Bears are supposed to be like huge, right?
There's Bark, and then I forget his name, but he's one of the Witch Carters.
Yeah.
Behringer.
Thank you.
Yeah. So
I don't know what Witch Carters is. I do remember. Bark,
Tail
though.
Scat Patrol.
yeah, again that game. So
Man, how did you not know that one?
right, next one we have a purple cat, and it's not Blaze. Just looking at the glasses here, first of all, they're not resting on her ears, and they're not even resting on her nose. So that's kind of odd.
It reminds me of that official art for one of the Sonic albums that just had Sonic playing guitar with a set of headphones on. They just kind of randomly sat on the side of his head, and it made no sense whatsoever.
Well, that's a very common thing, to be fair.
I was going to say, to be fair, our Fox character in the trailer has some sort of scouter gadget holding it to his face. So I'm wondering if maybe if she turned her head, she'd have one of those too.
Maybe. I'm just looking. In all these screenshots, all the characters of the Resistance have this gun sort of thing, and it looks. it's got this weird sort of flame effect on the edge of it, you can see, and I guess that's meant to be like a multi-tool. So it's a flamethrower and a grappling hook and I guess all
It's
of
the
those-
Enter Beam!
The trailer said
It's the Enter Beam!
it's the Enter Beam, haha. But
Ha, ha, ha.
the trailer said you can equip different weapons and stuff. So obviously,
Well, maybe
like-
it's a customizable weapon.
yeah.
Also, just want to say the egg pawns here. I do like the egg pawn design here.
Very
Eggs.
minimalistic.
Well, it
I
works.
like the egg pawns.
They look like eggs. That's the point.
Yeah.
You know, that's the first time you can actually say that in a long, long time.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say, egg pawns, the actual, egg pawns from, Heroes and stuff were very egg-shaped, too.
Yeah, but they
That's
weren't.
just because
But
they
they,
look
but they were egg shaped, but they didn't actually look
like
like
Eggman.
eggs.
You know, if Eggman's like taken over the world in this one, I think the less personalized design of the egg pawns works.
Yeah,
You know,
it's,
a bit more
mass-produced.
threatening.
Doesn't it make more sense that if your character is going to be over-designed, the enemies are going to be under-designed?
But these
That's-
characters are under-designed.
That's I was gonna say that's
They're
the fight we're
under-designed.
fighting. We're fighting against Eggman's tyranny of under-designing his.
I don't know. Don't you think you guys are just trying to look for things to complain about here? Because I just think the egg pawns look good, and I like the way they.
I don't know. I'm not complaining about the egg pawns. I think they look cool.
Oh my
I
god.
like
Can we just, I just want to point out very briefly the picture that was just posted in one of the other chat channels that were on where we're recording of how some of the headgear looks like the Doom Guy helmet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you could make like Samus or Master Chief.
Oh, I can't wait to make Doom Guy. That would be cool.
Oh,
okay,
God.
let's look at the third screenshot, which is the bunny, the black bunny.
Looking
Um,
interesting looking Badnik in the third one.
I
Is
can't
that- I can't
tell
see
if
the
he's
back.
drifting.
Oh,
or
that's the
whatever.
fourth one.
Yeah, he's
that's
drifting.
Yeah, I'm,
Like,
the
that's
grappling hook here. I think that's a graphical error or something because. What I'm guessing is that you fire the grappling hook onto a pole or something, and then you can use it to slide around corners very quickly,
Yeah.
which
I was
could be
thinking
quite cool.
it's either that or he's just doing the modern Sonic drift sort of thing, skidding around
and
a corner or
firing the
something.
grappling hook at the same time.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I think
that-
they're always holding the grappling hook.
That
Yeah, like,
grappling
that's
hook
just
is
Yeah, but
kind
he's
of
actually
like-
firing it. He's actually used it, whereas before they're just.
How can
sort
you
of-
tell? There's nothing
Well, he's
coming out.
holding on to a giant rope. Can't you see that? Or a giant.
like that's just always sitting in the hand.
Yeah.
That never leaves their hands.
Yeah, I was gonna say, look at every
they
other
always have a
screenshot.
giant pole. Yes.
Like,
Yeah, it looks like there
What
could be a
pole
pole
are
to
you
his
seeing?
left.
Oh, I see the pole now. It's really hard to see, but now I see it. Okay. It's not coming out of the
Oh.
barrel though.
None
I
of you
see
saw
it now.
that.
no,
I did not. No.
it was right on this horizon
it
line.
blurs into it
Yeah.
blurs in honestly really easily.
Because
Especially
everything
because
above,
the shading of the road behind it.
yeah, I was gonna say everything above it is shadow and everything below it is in the light source. So yeah, it is in the worst possible place.
I
if you wanted to.
can't see it. Am I looking at the
Okay,
Look
I was
at
gonna say,
his
look for
hand
where-
and look, where you sort of.
look
he's
where the
gripping
shadow
out
meets
of.
the light, and you'll see it.
And if you look on the ground, you can see a shadow leading up. So that's actually, decent. They've done shadows with the grappling hook.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, that's. I feel like that's expected of you in the year 2017.
I mean, you say that, but given some AAA games and some of the things they've pulled,
Yeah. Okay, so
They
fourth
still didn't
screenshot.
pull-
As you said, interesting looking badending. Like it's a chicken walker sort of thing with
Yeah,
missile pods and eyes and
maybe
Killer
the chicken
ostrich.
robot. So Badnik's egg pods.
yes.
is this a girl wolf? I think.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, she doesn't have any how should I say bits on
Is it-
front.
She has the elongated snout, is what makes me think it.
No, she has eyelashes. That's what it says.
it's the
Females.
only thing differentiating males and female characters.
Well, that, and I think females have to wear that black bodysuit. Because the only time we ever see a girl in customization, she has black bodysuit. So I think they're still adhering to the males wear clothes, females. Males don't wear clothes, females do.
She looks like she's wearing some sort of jacket.
Yeah, I think female characters have to wear some sort of clothing because, they're girls. Girls can't be naked. Only boys can be naked.
I mean, when you're
Okay,
making games for small children.
Well, it doesn't really matter anyway. Okay, so let's just talk about gameplay for a second now.
Oh boy.
Well, first of all, let's just stick to the customizable character first of all. They have gadgets, as we can tell, and does anyone have the list of the sort of weapons they have?
I don't think we never got a list of the weapons themselves.
Well, what abilities?
I was gonna say, aren't they called like Wispins or something in this game?
Yeah.
Yes, they're
Where
Wispins.
does it say that?
What great word!
It was
by
mentioned
the way.
in the text of the Destructoid article.
Yeah.
It says, and I quote, in addition to their abilities, these heroes also have Wispons, which are essentially unique gadgets that help make up for the fact that they aren't Sonic. Sega calls them an evolution of the color powers from Sonic Colors. The customizable characters are also equipped with a grappling hook. We took a trip to Sega's offices earlier this year and played as a Red Wolf with a flamethrower.
More wisps, eh?
More wisps.
Again, I'm not. I said this before and I say this again. If Wisp were Chow, no one would have complained about this.
Because they would have actually made sense with the setting.
Well, here's my thing. It's not that.
Okay, hang on. Let's be honest here.
What?
When has Sonic's plot, really mattered that much? I mean,
Yeah, like the only reason people
there's
are
no
complaining-
reason why Shadow should
The Adventure Era.
Well, I was going to say
the only reason people complain about the Wisps being here is because in Sonic Colors they were established as only being on Planet Wisp, but since they're in Lost World,
Like,
I was going to say, there's a
they
reason why-
lack the personality of Chow, and that's why people are so much more
Do
annoyed
they?
with them. Especially
No, I don't care about Wisp versus Chow. Wisps are just as cute as Chow. The reason why I don't like Wisps is because Wisps don't really add to gameplay. Like, people call them power-ups, but I don't think that's a very appropriate thing to call them, because a
Temporarily.
power-up changes you. Fire Flower is a power-up. Supersonic is a power-up. Getting a new gun in a
Double
Metal
Shield,
Slug
is
is
that a
a
power-up?
power-up.
Turning into a drill for 5 seconds, not so
Yeah,
much.
like
So
a Wisp
how-
is
wait,
only
hang on,
useful
how
in a
is
very
it not a power-up?
specific. Because a Wisp is only useful in a very specific scenario.
Oh.
You can't get like Laser Wisp and then just start tunneling through enemies. No, you get Laser Wisp so that you can go into the Diamond Prism, so that you can go to an alternate route that is only accessible if you have Laser Wisp. And the second that you're done using Laser Wisp, it goes away forever because you don't need it anymore.
here's how we're defining power up. Like a power up is something that augments your character's abilities,
Yeah.
like the fire.
I understand.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a
But
power up.
wouldn't you say-
It's an
I mean,
added.
from what we've seen, wouldn't you say
It's a
this is
mini
actually-
game.
Wouldn't you say this is what it's trying to do? Because you got a grappling hook, you've got a flamethrower.
Oh yeah, I'm saying this seems more like a power up than.
They seem more
Wisps.
like power-ups than temporary transformations, right? Because the Wisps used to basically just be the same as the transformations in Yoshi's Island. You just get to spend 5 minutes as a tank and then it stops.
Exactly.
Rather than, here's an extra ability you carry until you lose it because you ballsed up and not because they take it off you with a timer.
Yeah, like I was gonna say, Fire Shield is a power up. It changes how you kind of do stuff. You can take one hit, you can do stuff, but it's not dependent on you need this for this part only, and then it goes away after that section.
Well, I'm
is
just
done.
watching
It's like calling Donkey Kong in a cart a power up.
Wisps
Like,
were
no,
basically
you-
just a way to gate off sections of the stages, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like they just
So I'm just looking at the trailer for Park Avenue, which I don't know. Is that it? Well, what do you think of that name, Park Avenue? Well, first of all, it's a real place. It is in London.
So it's based on like London or New Orleans. the town.
or does that mean we're going back to the world setting as of Unleashed?
No, it's not London. It's New York. Sorry, I'm completely stupid. But
I don't think this isn't going to be connected to Unleashed. It's just a place that we go to.
So, I don't want to panic anybody, but have you noticed how the trailer was called Park Avenue Hero gameplay? I assume that means custom hero and not there will be villain gameplay.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah, it's just hero as in main character.
So many
Oh,
Sonic fans are going to interpret that as villain.
Somehow
It's
Sonic
like-
fans
I
are gonna do it.
I think it's just going to be called Hero, so that'll be your customizable character. And
similar to, like-
that's an interesting thing, because how are cutscenes and things like that going to work? I mean, is it just going
They're
to
probably
be...
going to be all in engine, like how Xenoverse
you'll be-
does it.
you'll be silent. They'll probably refer to you and around you, but like not of you.
So
like
like
if
in
you played
Ghostbusters.
yeah, exactly, right. Like if you played Ghostbusters, the whole way through they just call you Rookie,
Yeah.
and they never refer to you like by when you're around. They never say like, oh, he said this or she said that. They just go, oh, hey, Rookie's gonna go and do the terrible job I don't want to do.
I
I
like
was gonna say, or
I
like
like
in
that game.
Xenoverse.
Just
I was
saying.
gonna say, like in Xenoverse 2, when like your character will just pop up and they'll be like, "Who's this guy?" And it's funny because there is sometimes gendered language, even if like your character's a girl. Like, wow, he really saved us, and I'll be like, wow, I'm offended.
That really
Goku.
well.
But yeah, so you'll probably just be silent, and you'll just be standing next to Sonic during cutscenes while he and Classic chat it up.
So it's gonna be the classic and hero pantomiming hour while Modern does all the talking.
Yeah, it's just gonna be modern Sonic fucking talking to him.
We did hear that Vector and the Chaotix will be talking to you on radio, so I think there will be
Vector
that.
Vector and the Chaotix are confirmed. Silver was confirmed. Tails has been confirmed. We basically have the entire extended cast.
And none of them are going to be playable. 'Cause
Correct.
we got Hero.
Talkies.
Again, I'll be honest, I don't really care that you can't play as such a character. I mean, really, I just want to have a good game and, enjoy myself. And I'm just looking at the Park Avenue gameplay again, it does seem that, you can use the grappling hook, sort of like at the homing attack, to chain yourself onto sort of podule things, I guess.
But my
It looks
biggest
very
problem,
complicated.
straight up, I was joking, or I sounded like I was joking earlier, but I'm dead serious when I say that the 2D segments look like they play exactly like the Boom games on 3DS.
They really do, and it's something that another person in the group, Lurker, posted, where they're like, they have a theory that this was really just going to be Boom Sonic, and then Boom Sonic was bad. It was gonna be Boom Sonic, and then Boom sucks.
My
That's
biggest
not going to be Boom Sonic, is it? No. Actually, it's going to it's
gonna be
want to be.
you!
Anyone, look,
It's gonna be
anyone,
you!
yeah. There's glasses and face masks and headpieces. Yeah, cool. It's not Boom Sonic.
play does come from.
I think,
graphic.
honestly, guys, I think you're kind of extrapolating there.
I mean, to be
But it's
fair,
just
grappling
timing.
hook is a
what I'm
lot.
saying is, don't you think you are sort of
We're jumping the we're jumping the conclusion.
A, assuming the worst, and B, jumping to conclusions?
Well,
I don't know, I
I'm,
think-
I'm saying like Boom isn't assuming the worst necessarily.
Can you assume the worst when it comes to Sonic Team?
Yeah, well,
That-
look, come on, guys. I mean, I think, honestly, I just want to have something positive out of this.
And we lost to Yoshi Sonic.
Buy it. It looks good. It's
I
just
mean,
one
I'm
of those
probably
things,
still
right?
gonna
When the
buy it,
trailer
too.
hits, everybody's gonna panic. Everybody's gonna throw all this stuff around. And at the end of the day, you're not really gonna know how it plays until it comes out, and it's probably gonna be decent. But while there's a character designer in the air, everybody is gonna run around screaming fan character. Oh, I can't wait to put Bubsy in the game, kind of bull.
Yeah. I think my concern about this game is more about the connotations of create a character in a Sonic game. Like,
An
Sonic's
official one of
franchise
that.
has always been very, and
gonna print
this just
money.
kind of just a bit cringy. And it's like, this is just gonna make it way more cringy to just interact with any kind of Sonic thing outside of this game. You know what I mean?
What do you think they're gonna do if it
no matter
doesn't
how
work?
this game
Actually,
turns out, it's going to be a
interesting-
PR nightmare, basically.
Sorry, just looking at the Custom Heroes trailer at about 1:15. It seems that the basic heroes moves fairly. He's not boosting, which is interesting.
Nope.
Also, he uses the grappling hook as a homing attack sort of thing, which is quite interesting.
It's kind of interesting
it's
to me
a split
too.
second sort of thing, and I'm just watching the trailer at like.
Also,
Yeah.
dare I say
0.5
that
speed.
dare I say that the 3D hero gameplay, with how it handles, almost looks, dare I say it, adventure-esque.
See, my thing with that is, while it doesn't look adventure-esque to me, it kind of goes to this thing I talk about with the Boost games a lot, where people are always like, oh man, Boost just plays itself. Boost can play like how the adventure guy is playing, but you're moving so fast, and you only have one direction to go, that you just don't. Because you can take your time in Boost. You can turn around and walk the other direction in Boost. You just don't, because why would you? And it's something. The only reason I bring that up is because, like, the way he's playing, this stage looks like a Boost stage still. It's just him as a character doesn't move like how Boost does. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Right.
It's basically a corridor.
Yeah. Like, it's not the level design that makes Boost very one-directional. It's just how Boost Sonic moves.
Yeah.
Makes him...
And that makes sense, because, you know, if you're just going forward at high speed, you're not going to have much control.
Yeah. Like, if Boost Sonic was in the stage, he'd just homing attack all those boost through the rest of them and just keep going. But because you're a character that is very weighty and not fast like Sonic, you have to kind of take your time with this guy.
I have to say,
and so that's what makes it adventure-esque, in my opinion.
I have to say, I do like how in the trailer he does sort of like a what's it called? The Empire Strikes Back thing with the 3 robots.
Oh, tying them up together?
Yeah.
I actually did really like that bit in the trailer. Yeah, I do think that the applications of an actual physical grappling hook could be rather interesting.
Yeah, it's just what we've seen so far. It looks very automated in a way that I'm like, eh.
Yeah, this is my problem with the grappling hook, because, you know, as you can see, the grappling hook latches onto these like floating circle thingies, but there doesn't seem to be like any weight or flow or movement to how, you know, you interact with these things. It looks so automated and bland, and Sonic Team just doesn't know how to make movement.
Yeah, like, to have action like flow in a game like this, and it's really weird to me, and like it kind of reminds me of, like, you know, homing attack. Whenever you do homing attack, you kind of pop off of an enemy for a second, so that you kind of, you know, have a second to lock onto the next enemy. But the way he does it, it feels like it's a recoil from hitting them at max force. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Breaks the pace of the gameplay.
I'm just
It's going to be interesting to see if they can avoid the problems of Bionic Commando.
Which one?
The fact that he wifes his arm?
Hey man, you don't know my OC's backstory.
But just looking
honestly,
at...
that game was a lot better than people give it credit for, honestly, plot aside, I think.
Yeah. I mean, looking at a custom hero trailer at about 1, that shot is beautiful. Just saying. Even if it goes
1 minute flat?
When he's flying through the air and the robot's, like, you know, in the background.
I was going to say, doesn't Bionic Commando open with you grappling hook swinging through a burning city? Was it Rearmed, or was it the...
It was the reboot that did that.
Like the remake.
Rearmed was like a straight remake of the first game.
Oh,
I don't know, the city looks alright, but it seems like they're keeping the more simplified, blocky stuff from Lost World, and I hate it.
See, and
well, to be fair, I think this is just trying to, you know, render the level.
No, but Green Hill was like this too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and like, I don't inherently hate that style for Sonic. If anything, I feel like a, you know, simplified style for Sonic works very well. I guess the issue is that Sonic has done realism so long and so well that going to this now at this point almost feels like a step back.
Sonic's basically done both, and like,
because I think Lost World is probably one of the prettiest looking Sonic games ever made.
No,
I think it looks good. It looks...
Yeah, it looks very
the
good.
only thing it has going for it is that it runs at 60 frames per second. That's pretty sweet, but I'm sorry, it doesn't.
I'm sorry, I have to disagree. One of the only things Lost World does do is look good.
No, Sonic does not look like he fits in that game.
Yeah, it does.
He?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, he does. I like Sonic's Lost World model more than like half of his other models. I might like it more.
Everything
like
in Lost World looks like plastic.
Isn't that just a lighting engine, though?
I don't know. I mean, I think Lost World looks fine. It's perhaps too cartoony for some, but I don't think that's particularly bad for Sonic. And as you said,
if you look back at the classics, though, there was like this real good blend of realistic stuff and like super stylized.
But see, I was gonna say, like, I feel like being super stylized isn't the problem. I think you just need good textures on everything. Because I would never say that classic looks realistic. It's just really well rendered. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, if you go back to, like, you know, What am I thinking of? Like, say just Sonic 1, and you go to Scrap Brain Zone. The background in Scrap Brain Zone looks very menacing, but it doesn't look realistic at all.
Yeah, like, that's not what I'm saying.
It's all cubism. And that's what I'm saying. Lost World is very cubist. It's all in how you texture that. But I think Lost World looks very pretty. Like, the color palettes they use, everything. It's probably like the only Wii Sonic game I think that looks really good. Or Wii U, rather.
The only Wii U Sonic game.
Well, no, there is Sonic Boom.
We don't talk about those.
Yeah, and like I said, it's the only Wii U Sonic game that looks... Sonic Boom looks like everything is plastic. Don't get me wrong.
I just want a little bit more detail, like Sonic CD. Sonic CD is my favorite looking Sonic game.
I'd argue even Sonic CD kind of falls into that a bit. Sonic CD follows more like palettes with everything. I think that's the difference. Like every stage sort of has its own sort of palette, and I don't know, Sonic CD almost felt like he was overdoing everything, kind of, at times. Like Stardust Speedway is like over the top.
Stardust Speedway is my favorite thing in the world. I would marry Stardust Speedway.
Okay,
I love Stardust Speedway too. It's probably my favorite stage in that game, but still. I don't know.
I wonder if we'll get to build our own robots.
No, we won't, I'm afraid.
I can't wait till we get to make our own Eggman.
I just want to build a Metal Sonic, that's all.
Oh man, can we make a Metal R character?
Oh no. Oh god, what if that actually happens?
Hey, you know those
DLC.
But we haven't seen
childhood. You get to make none of that.
What about Dog? Let's see, we got Dog.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen Dog. I don't think we've seen Bear or
I don't
Bird.
think we've seen Hedgehog. Really?
Yeah, that's weird that we haven't seen Hedgehog of all.
I'm curious to see what it looks like. I mean, will it be like Shadow, or will it just be like Sonic but not the same color? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Will we
just
be able to
a recolor?
I was gonna say, will we be
Might have
able
a
to
different
change
hairstyle.
like stuff like hairstyles? Yeah, I was thinking like, do we get like, spines up like Shadow or hair worn down like Amy or whatever?
We haven't seen any hair customization yet.
Yeah. Except for the one character who has kind of like tufts by his face, and I'm not sure if that's like a hair thing or if that's just Fox has hair tufts on his face.
I think
Well,
I think hair
Fox.
customization would make the character customization a whole lot better.
Yeah, 100%.
Tails? I mean, we don't see... Well, not Tails the character, we don't actually see any tail customization either, so...
Nope.
I mean, to be fair, this is all sort of stuff which is being designed, so things may change.
I was gonna say, and that's something we were talking about earlier about how, like, how Sonic characters, customization. But I feel like in this scenario, if you have made a Sonic game where you are going to add customization, you need to add as many possible options as you possibly can, so that it feels like you warranted customization and didn't just throw it in at the last minute because you couldn't think of what to do. And that's kind of I don't know, it feels like how this is going. It's like Gaia Online tier customization at this point.
I think you're
More
being
about
a bit
what you can-
harsh.
It's more about what you can put on your character than it is about how you can make your character look. You know what I'm saying?
Say 2 or 3 characters, or if it was literally just make a hedgehog, but there's enough character classes in there that have something slightly different about them that it looks like they may have thought about this for a bit.
Even the Sonic character maker from like 2003 has more options than this.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, just think about, I keep bringing up Xenoverse 2 because it's the only game like this I've played. In Xenoverse 2, you can change your character's hair, you can change their eyes, you can change, their stature, how tall or short they are, and then all the clothes and stuff. And I just feel like if you're going to have a character that's simplified enough that some of those changes aren't really possible, you should at least take advantage of the things that you can change. Like, can I customize this character's ears? Can I change this character's hair? Can I change, can I make this character wider or...
Like, we've only seen, 30 seconds of the character designer? Hopefully all that stuff is in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so far I haven't seen... And so I'm really hoping that stuff
so.
is in there, because if it's not, then I'm going to be very disappointed, because that will mean that this isn't even a good character creator for a game like this.
Yeah, but they're going to tease that out. At the minute, they're just saying, hey, guess what? You knew it was coming. Here it is. It is the character designer. See you guys next month with, 4,000 pairs of sunglasses to show you.
I mean, will there be DLC
Sponsored by
stuff?
Ray-Ban.
I mean, that's another sort of question. Will Sonic Team actually do DLC at the time? Because they've been pretty bad at DLC in the past.
I don't think they will.
I hope they don't do paid DLC. Because that's becoming the bane of every video game for me these days.
Yeah, but Sega's been surprisingly good about DLC, I think.
I was going to say, you know what game needed DLC? Generations.
Oh, yeah, Generations was the biggest missed opportunity for DLC.
Like, you could have just kept adding stages, just have, fans come to a vote or something.
Yeah, there are so many...
Can Scars hop in now, or...?
Yeah, well, if she wants to.
But they need to sell you Generations too. They can't put all the good stages in one.
Okay, well, should we
But
just
this
pause for a
isn't
second
Generations
and,
2. They haven't made Generations 2. This is Sonic
This
and
isn't Generations. This isn't Generations 2. This isn't Green Hill Zone. This isn't.
I never said it was, but I was saying that they could never make Generations 2 if they just kept adding all the stages into Generations 1 with DLC. To keep the option open of making Gens 2, though, right? It makes sense.
There's also just an interesting point. We haven't seen any more levels after this one, which I think they're doing the same thing which they're doing in Mania, whereby they want some surprises for us, which I think is good. I like that. Although, it's always nice to have a good surprise rather than a bad surprise.
Gotta give something for them YouTubers to make money off. Gotta get some reaction videos on first person to spoil stage 10.
Hey, who doesn't like clickbait?
Yeah, like the Persona guys who had to put out that thing saying, please don't do it, and if you do, we will sue you.
Stop spoiling these games.
Thinking, now we've seen everything and, we've calmed down a bit. Do you think people are overreacting to this?
I don't even know how people are reacting. I only know how I'm reacting, and
do you
I'm not
think you're
overreacting.
overreacting?
I am not overreacting. I don't...
Because I feel like I'm the only one here who's very sort of chill about all this.
I don't care. Everything about this game is a red flag, and I just can't care anymore. Sonic Team has dipped me around too much. At least there's Mania! Yeah, at least there's Mania. Mania is amazing, and I will marry Mania.
Then I'll build a character, I'll think it's pretty cool, and then I'll just play as Sonic anyway.
Well,
I'm assuming that it's going to be one where you have to play it.
Do you think that you'll have the option to choose which character you'll be playing as, through the levels, or will it be...
No.
I think it'll be a forced hero campaign.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be a forced hero campaign so much as it'll be similar to Generations, but with 3 acts instead of 2.
Sonic forces you to play as your OC.
I don't think we're gonna see classic Sonic in Park Avenue.
Okay, fair point. Oh, we might, considering we see him in the trailer, or the reveal trailer in Park Avenue.
Does that mean you'll be able to use the hero character in Green Hill?
No.
I think Green Hill might just be like a tutorial stage, kind of like how it was in...
No, I think some characters are going to get stages and others aren't. It's going to be like an action-adventure thing.
Okay, so we might actually be seeing a return to the adventure format there in that regard.
Sort of.
That actually is rather likely. And it's also worth noting, too, if we look at the last screenshot that was posted with our lanky rabbit, with him looking at various accessories, you can actually see that the accessories menu is also right there next to, is right in between the world map and missions. So, I guess that it's something like, it may actually be very well then that, because you don't see a button prompt at all for switching characters either, like you did in Generations. So it could be that the avatar is actually rather segregated from the rest of the game.
It could be a return to the
putting
Sonic
fires all over the world.
Sonic Adventure 2 world map sort of thing.
I was going
that's very likely it, yeah.
I was going to say that it's kind of interesting because it makes me think that, one, you can constantly customize your character throughout the game, which would be, very nice, at least. And two, because I think that if you can constantly customize your character, it makes me wonder if, like, getting stuff like red rings will unlock other customizations that you might not have at the beginning of the game.
I think
find
you
that
might
very
be able
likely.
to see unlockable customization stuff. Also,
yeah,
I just want to say,
get you stuff.
do you think we might see Chow in this game? Because there is a Chow backpack. Do you think that may be indicative of, Chow in general?
I think Chow will show up. I don't think there will be a Chow garden.
Yeah.
No, they're
to be
saving
fair,
that
like-
for the mobile app that they're going to charge you through the
Actually,
nose for.
like for that matter, though, like there has been Chow have been kind of acknowledged anyway, so long as Cream has been acknowledged. So I think that's about the same surface level of acknowledgement that we're going to be getting.
Right, so we have a new challenger approaching.
So, you guys have switched to the Fast channel?
Yeah.
Yes,
Just
we're
for you.
Yes, John,
Oh.
what shall I introduce you as?
Oh, you can say Scars.
Hello, let's welcome our new challenger, mid-cast, mid-recording, Scars.
How long have we even been recording?
We've been recording for 55
Almost an hour.
minutes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
To be fair, there's a lot of ground to cover.
I was gonna say we were just sort of talking about like
How great the game's gonna be?
the
Yes, it's
create
going
a
to be
character.
amazing.
It's like a
It's gonna be
field, except all the
huge.
dirt is actually made of shit.
I was gonna say that's what I said earlier. It's like someone's like go to a restaurant and you get like this really delicious. Like, hey, this looks like it could be good, but as you're about to start digging into it, like you're like, I don't know, something smells a little wrong here. But you decide, nah, there's no way it could possibly be bad, and then you just cut into it, and it's just full of mold. Just
And then Azuka comes out of the kitchen. He's like, "We tried."
this is what you wanted, right?
How can you not be
Again,
excited? You get to put a little bow in your characters.
Mhm.
Yeah, I do like that. I honestly, I am liking the option so far. I like the helmets because I like military stuff.
Because you can make Doom Guy, Master Chief, and Samus.
Yeah, exactly. But what I am
It's me,
disappointed.
Samus the Hedgehog.
The only thing I'm sort of disappointed is that you don't get to be a raccoon or something, because I wanted to make, as I said, Roxy or
Yeah, I would have been a
Captain
skunk or
Rescue.
something. They're my favorite.
Yeah, where's my Canadian representation in this game?
Yeah, Moose. Where's the Moose?
I was
They got
gonna
bears.
say they have trash in this game. What are you talking about? There's trash cans.
That's not funny.
I
That's not
mean-
funny at all.
That's totally funny.
I'm like, I would want okay. The way I've seen it with the races, I'm probably just going to play Cat because reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But really, the most useful one by far looks to be Bird. Just going
Can I
off
just-
the descriptions.
Can I just play as Sonic? I just want
It
to
is-
play as Sonic.
You can
Why
play
don't
a
you
Sonic.
make your
Yeah,
customizable character?
I don't think you can play your customizable character, but that's not the main game, is it?
I think that's
Yeah,
like a
this is-
third of the
That's what
game.
we were sort of talking
This is-
about. We're talking
yeah.
about how, would it be like 3 separate campaigns, or would you be able to play the game using one character or the other?
No.
I mean, if
You have to
we
play
go
all.
back to one of the original rumors that was going around that described this OC back when they were just referred to as Buddy, it was actually worth noting that you actually got to play your player created avatar before you even got to play as Sonic.
It does. Yeah, I can imagine you'd have to go rescue him as a tutorial stage or something, just
Yeah,
to kind
like-
of force you to go through it.
No, I was thinking that you play the modern Sonic stage first, and then modern Sonic gets in trouble, and it's like, oh no, who's gonna save Sonic? And, oh my god, it's you!
Tails, open the gate! I'm stuck to a
I
whale.
was gonna say, I'm actually expecting the opposite. Like, your character is, like, doing some stuff. He's like, the resistance, this is hard, resisting and stuff. And then Sonic shows up and he's like, hey, I'm here to save the day. And he's like, oh my god, my hero.
So they would finally accept that there are other animals like Sonic that exist in this world and not just human, like we saw in Unleashed.
Well,
Like
I think that's always been the
little
case, but
NPCs,
we've never sort of seen community.
NPC outside of Boom, Sonic Boom, where we see like little NPC animals in Sonic Forces.
That's another thing. What other characters might we see?
Well, we know that
I'm-
Tails, the Chaotix are going to be in it.
We know
But I'm-
Tails, the Chaotix, I believe.
Minus Mighty.
the Chaotix Mightiest Mighty, were Knuckles and Amy mentioned by name yet?
I don't think so.
They're gonna be.
I know, because I
They're
know
off
for a fact
making out.
Silver has, and if Silver's
Anyone's on
in,
the
I'm
table.
expecting almost anyone of the A and B list of the extended cast.
I don't know why that just makes me laugh so much. Silver's just sitting there like, really?
Like if Silver,
Like,
okay, if Silver's in, then Blaze is probably going to be in. For that matter, just about almost anyone that was in. I would say, okay, if you were in Generations, you're almost guaranteed to be in this game. That's my sense.
it's just like Silver's just looking at everything like, I
Which means
2 to
poor
3
Omega.
times to prevent this from happening. Why is
Even
it
though
still
Silver
happening?
and Blaze have no reason to be here because
Oh,
Well, to
06
be fair,
didn't happen.
Did Shadow have any reason to be in any other game than he was in?
well,
Well,
at least
he
they
was
Shadow
popular.
actually had a rather had when you really look at it, a decent character arc going on, regardless of the quality of the games themselves.
Yeah, but that's the point. His character arc ended, and then suddenly they brought him back because.
No, but at least
he's
they
popular.
explained why he's back. Blaze is from an alternate dimension, and Silver is from.
Actually, I want to say, I remember seeing some stuff. I forget if it was explained in Rudders. Like a bunch of other stuff has been explained, but basically, to my understanding is that after the events of Rush Adventure with the Jeweled Scepter and everything, the instability between the two dimensions kind of settled down, so she can just kind of travel freely between the two at this point.
But
You know,
still
it just
get enough of the
implied
free
because we
pass
want
for not
to-
protecting the emerald. Because,
Well, Marine's doing it, and she's doing a fine job, I'm sure.
Marine's there, mattering somewhat. Never appearing in another game again.
So who's protecting the Master Emerald then?
Knuckles. Knuckles is dinosaur.
Chomps, yes, Chomps is looking after it. Actually, again, will we be able to make Manic and Sonia? Because we did discuss this earlier, but do you think the
Fingerless
hedgehogs
gloves.
will have, spine customization or not? I don't think.
It doesn't look like
They'll either get Amy's hair or Sonic's hair. I don't think you're gonna get anything crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
That's my thought.
Well, actually,
No,
I just had a thought. I think the reason why you wouldn't be able to get crazy sort of body alterations or body customization is simply because it would mean the clothes would clip. So
At
the
least
clothes
Sega cares
are-
more about that than Capcom.
Capcom, it doesn't matter if it looks bad. We're Capcom.
Sorry, I don't get that at all.
So
Street
who has-
Fighter 5.
If
Who
you
has
play
bigger
Street Fighter
hands
5,
then?
every single character just clips through everything and no one cares. And I'm like, that's unacceptable. Like, they clip in the character select screen. I'm like, no. You could at least make it so that the character select animation doesn't clip. This isn't even in-game.
It would be cool if they allowed you to make your character look more like actual Sonic characters. You could get Shadow's quills or like Vector's headphones or whatever.
Yeah.
But
That
something
would
I noticed
require
with a lot of
effort.
character customization in games is they don't like you. They don't like you being able to have your character look like pre-established characters,
Mhm.
Yeah.
which is
You
like,
can look like someone who's trying to look like a previously established character.
Well, surely
They
you
look
should be
more
able to
like
look like
Sonic
Sonic.
Boom and NPCs.
They really do.
Yeah, but guys, again,
Very
don't-
simple. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that that's how they look like to me.
Yeah, but I mean, again, don't you think that is that, as you said, is it really a bad thing though? Because Sonic Boom NPCs look like Sonic characters, more or less. I mean, generic ones, sure, but they're background characters, so.
I
it's not-
actually prefer the ones who don't stick to like the Sonic body archetype, like the Nair Mouse guy.
I don't know. I still hate Comedy Chimp. I don't like
my
looking
favorite
at
one's
him.
Dave. I like Dave. He's
Dave's the most fun
wonderfully
character. Like, design aside, I just like his character.
Like, I was speaking design-wise. I think the
Me?
ones who don't stick to the archetype look more interesting.
I think the what's it called? The circus performer guy looks pretty neat.
Wolf? He looks more interesting than the OC guy.
They all look like OCs.
I look
They're all
towards the bear.
OCs. For
Did you get
goodness
any
sake.
images of the bear?
We haven't seen anything
Yeah,
of
we have
bear,
not seen
We've not seen
bird,
bears. We've not seen birds.
or
we've not
hedgehog.
seen dogs. I think. I mean,
Or hedgehogs.
looking at the screenshot for Indestructoid, the full screenshot has a yellow. We are assuming it's a wolf, but it could easily be a dog. I mean, again, that's sort of the problem with Sonic characters. In fact, you have to be told what it is before you really know what it is. I mean,
If no one told you Sonic was a hedgehog, you would never assume.
Exactly.
I would assume Porcupine.
I would not. He does not look like he's spiny at all. I mean, maybe classic Sonic, but definitely.
People tend to think he's like a cat or something.
Yeah, like I was like, classic Sonic, yeah, he looks spiny enough. Then I'd be like, hey, is that a porcupine? But if we're talking modern Sonic, where his quills move like hair, I would never guess that he's a hedgehog.
That's a problem I have with modern Sonic.
That's my biggest issue with modern Sonic. I'm like, did they forget that those are supposed to be like needles?
Yeah, but again, to be fair, isn't that just a case of the graphics have improved since then, and so as they have to have textures now, you sort of you need to have more definition.
Well, that's not what I'm referring to. I'm referring to the fact that they move
like Sonic 06 where it acted like hair.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it still kind of moves like hair, and it doesn't feel like needles to me. And I'm like, Sonic's whole thing is that he's a hedgehog, and he doesn't
look like he has needles. Very, very soft quills.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's sharp at all. Like, I would never assume that he was
soft quills, right?
They do when they're not rolled into a ball, but my thing with Sonic is that he never looks sharp at all. I would never assume that he's a hedgehog if I didn't know who Sonic the Hedgehog was. Like, even if hedgehog quills are soft, if you look at a hedgehog, you think, wow, that looks spiny. Like, you would be jarred to touch hedgehog quills.
Design as it is, so.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you'd be jarred if you touched hedgehog quills because you'd be surprised by how soft and not spiny they are. But yeah, if you looked at Sonic, you would never think, wow, that's a hedgehog.
I'm wondering if the birds will look more like the Babylon Road.
I was gonna say, like, I hope I can make Jet.
Why?
Well, hey, it's better than playing as Cold Steel.
It's better than nothing.
Will that be this game's tagline? It's better than nothing.
It'll be officially sponsored by DeviantArt.
Yes.
Sonic forces you to remember that DeviantArt is a thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna name my OC 2007.
I'm gonna play as a bird, so
I don't think we're actually gonna get to name them. That's one thing that's worth noting.
I'm sure you can name them. It's just probably not going to matter in any way.
Yeah, your character's not going to be addressed by name.
I was going to say, like...
Oh, I hope they put in text-to-speech so you could be like, good job there! Your name here.
They just had, I was just going to say, they just got sound bites from Roger Craig Smith so that they can just kind of edit his voice saying anything. It's like,
whoa,
good job there!
You did a great job there, John.
Good job there, Nick the Fox. Just a bunch of sound bites played together. Anyway. One thing I was thinking about this while we were talking about Sonic's friends, not being playable, and how this character needs to use his gun to supplement his fact that he can't do the things that Sonic can do.
God! Oh, Shadow too.
Yeah, but I was just gonna say that it makes me think though. Because it's always been no one's been very different in Sonic. Like, oh man, how does Tails and Knuckles play? I'm willing to bet exactly like Sonic. How about Blaze? Is it like Sonic? It's probably like Sonic. Even Amy, who plays nothing like Sonic, still plays very much like Sonic. So it's kind of weird.
Hang on, you plays nothing like Sonic, plays like Sonic. Okay.
That's my point, is that she plays the least like Sonic. Up until now, I'd argue that she is the least Sonic playing character ever, and she plays more like Sonic than not like Sonic. That's my point, is that this character needs anything to supplement their abilities so that they can matter at all. It's kind of interesting to me.
I'll be honest, looking at the trailer, it seems like the grappling hook is sort of a supplement for the homing attack, or rather a variant of, and also... The flamethrower seems to be just sort of a generic way of, just smashing through enemies rather than.
See, I
think weird to me to see a flamethrower just ripping
the
through
flamethrower.
So Sonic is no longer the fastest thing alive because you play all these characters who could have the same amount of speed, right?
I don't think that the hero is as fast because you see.
No, the hero's slow. Slow.
You see in the sort of. 114 in the custom hero trailer. We were talking about this earlier, but he's basically playing it like almost like a linear Sonic adventure.
Yeah.
You know, he's
Yeah,
not running
I can
super
see
fast.
that.
He's just fighting through enemies. Maybe he can run fast, but he won't be able to sort of boost through them. He'll have to actually, whip out the flamethrower or the home
Okay.
thing. And also looking at the 2D section, he uses the wisps to, jump higher. So again, it does seem like wisps will be used more like traditional power-ups rather than, as we were saying, what are they called? Transformations for different sections in the game.
Well, I mean, still, that wisp is only there to help boost him upwards towards the second pass. It's not like something that's changing the gameplay so much as it's just changing where he can go.
Well,
isn't
that how a lot of power-ups tend to work anyway? I mean, you can only go into certain areas certain parts of a Mario level because you used the fire flower or the frog suit, for
I
instance.
guess.
I
That's a
think
little bit better.
I think that's fair enough for a game to give
there is like stuff like Flying Cat Mario, which while it can just be fun to fly around, usually there is something to.
Well, yeah, the raccoon suit. I mean, that's probably the classic example of where if you run fast enough with with the leaf, whatever it is, in Super Mario Bros. 3, you can fly up to the clouds and go through a completely different path. So I don't think it's inherently bad to have abilities which take you to different parts of the level. What's bad is having abilities which take you through the level, or rather take you through a linear path, like in Sonic Colors or in Sonic Lost World.
Yeah, they're only used to just access an alternate path and have nothing else. Because you could argue Raccoon Mario, while it can take you to also, you can attack with it. It gives you an extra hit. It's not just to do that. That's just something it can help you with. Unlike, laser, where there's basically no reason to ever use laser unless you're going to fly into one of those diamonds, those prisms.
But also, just another thing I noticed, you have these green canisters, which to me suggests that you will be able to go back to earlier levels and you'll have different wisp power-ups.
That reminds me of one of the things I was wanting to try to say earlier is that I actually think that the reason for the flamethrower, or that the flamethrower won't necessarily always be a flamethrower, and that the weapon in question is going to be tied to which wisp you have in it.
Maybe.
I was thinking something like that too, but I was actually thinking maybe your weapon's just gradable throughout the game.
No, not your weapon, your wisp.
The wispin.
Cringe.
It's a great pun, guys.
It's such clever American wordplay, says Azuka. The English speakers will definitely appreciate that.
Something I noticed about the grappling hook is that at one part, the guy is swinging around and he lets go, but there's also some stuff in a path that he doesn't go, so the grappling hook thing might have a timing element to it, which makes it a bit better.
So just like the Enter Beam.
Okay, my theory for that is that they saw what they were doing with the Enter Sonic team was oh, this looks kind of cool, let's put this in a game.
Then boom, flopped, and they're like, damn it!
No, they weren't.
No, they never intended to make. What he's saying is,
I know, I'm joking.
I'm honestly just kind of in shock that this has actually happened.
Yeah, I was really hoping that this wasn't going to happen.
The very minute they announced it was called Sonic Forces, I immediately thought character generator.
Everyone did. Everyone patting themselves on the back.
I've honestly been kind of half expecting it since Join the Resistance.
Yeah,
but
it's not
I
like
never thought they'd actually do it. The absolute madmen.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's my thing. It's everyone's oh, I totally. Everyone called it. It's just some people were hoping that that's not what it was.
Yeah, I mean, I called it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say called it. It's it was just obvious.
Yeah, everyone knew it was going to happen. We just were hoping. Maybe we're wrong. I hope that that's not what I think it is.
It's like a giant asteroid heading towards Earth, and you're just hoping that it'll change path.
You're just no, it's just a comet. It's just going to go around us.
By the way, I just read that there are Megadrive themed, Megadrive logoed shoes somewhere.
Like in the trailer?
Are there? I mean, I don't think anyone's pointed it out yet. That's what I'm saying.
Something that would make the customization options a lot better would be a fuck ton of references.
Exactly. I
That
think
would make me feel a bit better.
that's one of the things, and also.
Is it time to make other Sega characters Sonic characters now? Is that what we're saying?
Maybe. I mean, I think. Do you think that's going to be a possibility? Do you think that they'll have DLC for like sort of Golden Axe set or
Like I could
Shinobi set?
I could very easily see shoutouts to other Sonic Team games, like either built in or as DLC. So references to games like Knights, Burning Rangers, Billy Hatcher, as well as like other Sega properties like something like Space Channel 5 or something.
I don't think they're. I don't know. I'm not sure if they're going to do that. That's
Which is
just
a missed opportunity if they did.
well. Sonic Team is like a developer full of missed opportunities.
Are you okay
Their
with that?
entire existence.
They got to him.
Yeah, I just have allergies, so I was going to sneezing fits like that. I'm usually better at muting myself when it happens.
So disappointed in you.
Shall we wrap this up then?
Yeah.
So I guess with all that we've seen so far of this game, including this trailer, what do you think it's going to be like, or what do you think? What are your expectations? Shall we
Solid.
let's go around, one by one. Blazy.
This just kind of takes the, like, I felt like I kind of knew what to expect for the most part until this. Now I just don't really know how this is. I want this to play well. I don't know if it will, and I feel like if it does, it'll bring the whole game taking down with it.
I mean, do you just mean this in terms of the hero, or I'm just asking
the hero, yeah.
the game overall. Look, I'm just thinking about the entire.
Like that's
game.
what I'm saying. Like I feel like this game's going to live or die based on how well this whole campaign is implemented, because so much emphasis and focus is being put on it.
Well, now it is anyway. Panzer.
Okay, well, I think I know exactly what to expect from this game, and yet I'm still kind of disappointed because it doesn't seem like Sonic Team. Doesn't seem like Sonic Team is looking to really improve on what
They've learned, or should
10
have learned.
years. Yeah, should have learned. It's like the gameplay looks really automated. It looks really lame. Like classic Sonic doesn't look quite right. It's just a really disappointing thing to see Sonic Team not improve. And when you look at something like Sonic Mania coming out, it's just a real shame to not see them try harder. This game feels like a game. Nobody cared. They just want to get another Sonic game, go home, get their paycheck.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm stupid and I like Sonic, but this one's cautious. It's full of red flags.
It just kind of seems like Sonic Team's just doing their usual thing of, instead of actually trying to fix the game, they just put some new flashy thing on as a band-aid and hope people forget the problems.
I know.
Same old Malibu Stacy. It just has a new hat.
but I don't know. I mean, I'm just trying to give them the benefit of the doubt here. Rick, what do you think?
Not enough information supplied. Please call back later.
Okay, that counts out quickly. Scars?
I think it would probably be more or less the same generation or colors with this new OC generator added. I honestly don't have any problems with the generator, to be honest. I'm actually really curious if they're gonna implement this into the main campaign. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping it's just a side thing. You can just play as Sonic throughout the entire game, and
yeah.
I was gonna say they've already confirmed that there's 3 gameplay styles, and that is one of them.
Yeah, I just hope it just won't bog it down for me.
I hope that they won't have a character creator, but they do. So just expect to be disappointed at this point. Just stop trying to not be disappointed. It'll just make you.
What do you mean disappointed at this point? Haven't you been on the ride for the past however many years?
You know the drill by now.
Yeah, man.
Sorry for interrupting.
Yoto? Sorry, or did you have anything else to add?
I'm done. You can go ahead.
No, I mean, do you have anything else you want to say?
said everything that I wanted to say. Like, I don't have a problem with the generator, the OC generator. The game still looks interesting to me, at least. So it'll probably not be a first day buy, but I'm just gonna wait and see how it plays out.
I both pity and envy your enthusiasm.
Yoto?
I said this earlier, but it feels like a game that's going to be what's it called? It is going to sell very well, but be a critical failure, if you understand what I mean. I think it is probably going to make Sega lots of money, but I also think critics are going to say this game sucks, and I don't disagree.
Do you think everybody's going to say these games suck anyway?
Oh man, don't say that IGN's going to give it a bad score.
Oh,
yeah, but
no.
that's the point. I mean,
watch IGN give this one a good score.
10 out of 10, they finally embraced it.
I feel like this is going to be a PR disaster.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen an article from The Verge which says that, new Sonic game lets you play as fan art, and they say, this is great because finally they're giving in to the sort of OC DeviantArt thing, and actually we'll get onto that later, I suppose. But yes, Yoto says, I am taking your expectations are very, very low, or have gotten even lower.
Yes, and the worst part is I'm still probably going to purchase. Probably going to just pay money for this stuff, and then I'm just going to be sitting there like, wow, I hate this. I played this $50 game that I purchased with my
pick it up too. Yeah, so
I think all of the Sonic team nowadays is a deadly combination of trying to appeal to like the general audience, gamers, Sonic fans, trying to make like a functional product.
And when you say Sonic fans, you gotta remember there's like 2 or 3 different categories of those too.
And
more than 2 or 3.
Like they just don't know what to do.
Yeah, I myself, honestly, I'm still not really sure. I'm more like Rick here, just sort of want to see more information coming out. As for the gameplay, what I've seen so far, I agree it looks rather stilted or rather just okay. But at the same time, I mean, I'm sure it'll be fun-ish. And as for the character creator, I don't really care. So I'm just going to be, hoping for the best, but not expecting a great deal. So, just to move on, what do you think the general reception will be? I mean, do you think people...
6 out of 10s.
6 out of 10s?
6 out of 10s.
I'd say that as well, to be honest.
I was going to say, there's going to be like several groups. There's going to be people who love stuff like OC creation, and they're going to be like, this game is great, it has everything I wanted. Then there's the people like me who like Sonic, but are also kind of divorced from that aspect of the fan base. Who are like, no, that looks kind of cringy, maybe, 6 or 7 out of 10. And then there's going to be the people who already don't like Sonic, and are going to see this getting cringier, and they're going to be like, ha ha ha, next 06, exactly. 0 out of 10.
I mean, do you think it's just going to be a mediocre game, to be honest? I mean, overall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it releases as one, I'm sure the fan mod community will make something good out of it.
Thank God for PC releases.
Yeah, I'm going to get off of PC. So, what platforms will you be getting it on?
PC.
I need to get a new graphics card first.
I'll probably end up getting it on PS4 first because right now I know my PC would not be able to handle it properly, and if enough good mods come out for it, I'll probably double dip when it's on sale.
I have a computer for it.
I'm gonna get it during
hopefully my new
eventual
computer
Steam
should run it.
PC because mods.
Yeah.
I don't know, if I like it, I might get it on Switch, but I don't think I'm gonna like it.
Yeah. And finally, I guess, what's your OC going to look like? What are you going to go?
Sonichu.
And again, not Sonichu or Bubsy. Let's just get that. Okay.
Scourge.
I think
I'll be honest. I don't like how people are. I don't. It kind of it gets me that so many people are instantly trying to recreate other official characters.
I just hope they have like a randomizer because I'm not probably gonna try. If they just randomize and pick whatever else.
Why don't you just make the most ugly, just butt ugly OC?
I don't know. It's probably not going to have enough options to make something super ugly.
Well, I don't know. I mean, looking at that color palette, you could probably get something really, really.
I mean, I was gonna say they had that rabbit in the trailer already turned me completely off, and that's just the rabbit.
a rabbit.
Oh,
know,
weird
maybe-
looking.
Yeah, as I said, looking at what the options we got, I will try and see if I can make one of the characters from the cartoons. But the fact that you can't do Raccoon, I mean, Felix the Cat, I'd like to see if I could do a Felix the Cat just to
Yeah.
sort of
I wonder
tie
if you can
in
change
Sonic's
muzzle
classic
color.
design. I mean, what would you like? I mean, again, what would you like to see out of the character creator?
I would like to see more hairstyles.
Different hairstyles, maybe some customization with the tail, maybe not too much to
Types of eyes, different types of ears, different
Yeah.
types of hands and
Tail
legs.
accessories wouldn't be bad, yeah.
You know, maybe you could make them a little fatter, a little thinner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, oh god.
we already know that we can make them taller and shorter, so
Wait,
I'd actually really like to see them divorce the abilities from the characters, because otherwise you're going to end up playing a certain style as a character just to get that ability, and I think it's kind of unfortunate if you want to say play as a certain
I think it's a
character,
double-edged.
you're
I
gonna
think
have
that's
to-
a double-edged sword. It's on the one hand you want to have a reason to play as a character. On the other hand, just as you said, it's annoying to have to be forced to play as a particular character just to have that ability.
I was
Like,
gonna
I
say-
don't need a canon reason for a double jump. I don't, I don't want to have to play a bird just to get a double jump or whatever kind of thing.
mean,
Yeah, that's the
Same
thing
thing
I
with
was trying to say
Rachel.
earlier. Like, I don't like how your cosmetic choice is related to your abilities in the game.
Although, I guess it sort of saves us from, these boots have double jump, this has fire resistance kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
I appreciate that.
Oh boy, gear grinding for builds.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say that is one thing that Xenoverse 2 does that bugs me, because like what race you are determines how fast you get ki and stamina and stuff, and then like your clothing
what if
also affects that, and so you'd be like, oh, I have mostly physical attacks. It's like, man, too bad this outfit that you think is really cute tanks all physical ability.
Oh god, what if they added more RPG elements like Unleashed or like other stuff they try to do? What if they added grinding?
If you started off as like a regular civilian and through the course of the game you did kind of level up some abilities, so by the end of the game you were a little better, that would actually be kind of neat, right? To go from like some random civilian dragged into a war to come out slightly cooler, but it's a fine line balance.
And then I can fulfill my fantasy of being the ultimate badass fighting alongside my hero Sonic.
Yeah, I love Sonic, and now I fight with him.
abilities off you and you start back at level 1 for no reason.
And
I'm gonna try and
yeah.
make mine look like Samus because of the helmet.
I was gonna say I'm probably just gonna make a cute girl. I'm gonna be completely honest with myself. We all
try
know
and make
it.
Amy.
It's too crappy to make a cute girl.
I don't know. We haven't seen that. We have not
Try
seen
my
the hedgehog
damn-
model yet.
Half of the selling point is waifu sim.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if there's editable hair in there, I think I can manage. You can make something.
Every
This is
OC Otto's gonna make is just gonna look like Amy.
No, it's not. I'm gonna make other characters that look like other stuff.
Like
If
classic
this is
game.
successful, like, do you think they're gonna pull a Fire Emblem and then build a Sonic like in every game?
I think it would make sense, because the fan base is that divided at this point. The best option is to just make the franchise open source and be like, right, you guys make what you want.
I was gonna say I feel like I would much rather them just, if they are gonna continue that, I'm like, just make a series of OC games instead of can I have my Sonic and then there could be OC Sonic over there in the corner next to Boom Sonic.
I'm already getting my Sonic. Yeah, it's Sonic Mania.
Yeah, this was the same thing we were talking about the other day with Heroes, right? Like a main line for normal gameplay and then make all the cool, crazy spin-offs, try something new in different games.
Like I was gonna say, like if Forces was just like a 3DS game, I probably wouldn't care about it at all.
So this is the main
I mean,
line.
just a-
Happy 25th anniversary.
Just
Just say, what's gonna happen when they make Sonic Generations 2, like the real one, and then it's like we go back to the game and there's that level when Sonic's running through it.
guys. I think we should try and wrap it up now.
I like how we said we were
We
gonna
said we were gonna wrap it up
like
like
10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I know, but just try and wrap it up again. Yeah, well,
It's a never-ending. It's never-ending.
just trying to think of a good way to close this out on. Just
One more thing.
And one more thing. But I'm not done yet. Call right now, and we'll get 2 OLCs with this game.
Wait, there's more.
But yeah, I do hope the customization of the game is at least good enough that I can make an endearing looking character. You know.
I'm
As I
just
said,
hoping that
they
gameplay
should
looks
have
better.
like Sega, like character costume choices, sort of things. Just
Yeah,
to,
I mean, maybe even hairstyles based off of other Sega characters.
yeah. Okay, so to
Can you
close
guess what
us out-
Sega franchise I want?
what?
Billy Hatcher.
No, Panzer Dragoon.
Oh yeah, Panzer Dragoon.
I can't wait to make my Echo the Dolphin character.
you just flop around the level like.
You're just a dolphin with a gun on its face.
Okay, I think that's everything for today.
Yeah.
I shall now rapidly edit this as quickly as I can, and
Gotta go fast.
gotta edit fast. I mean, I was going to do some drawing this evening, but that's out of the window now. Okay, let's try and wrap up now. Okay, so that concludes it for this special edition of PodFAST. Let us all close out now, one by one. Blazy,
I guess I'll see you all next episode.
Panzer,
Creature softened my heart of stone. He died, and with him, hedgehog kind.
Rick,
Yo, I'm out.
Scars,
Can't wait to join the resistance. See you guys later.
yeah, Yoto,
I'm still mad.
and this is Fatola signing out. Thank you for joining us, and hopefully see you again soon, and bye-bye.